Hey guys, this is Kate with Switcher Studio, and I am back today to talk about live video content strategy. So a lot of people are sold on the benefits of live video, but they don't really know what to live stream about for their own companies. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. Basically, coming up with topics and ideas for your live videos is fun, but it isn't the first part of developing your live video content strategy. So if you're getting stuck coming up with topics and ideas, it's probably because you haven't done the initial steps of coming up with your live video goals, identifying your audience, and identifying your niche. Once you've done that, you're gonna be in a much better place to come up with topics and ideas for your live videos. Once you've done those 3 steps, get yourself a piece of paper that you can just write on, that you don't mind getting messy. You can also do it in a Word doc, and just start brainstorming all the topics that you can think of related to your niche that you identified. As we've talked about before, your niche is the intersection of your audience's interests and your area of expertise. So write down all the topics, all the subtopics that you can think of. If, for instance, your niche is DIY home handiwork, some of the examples that you might write down would be various tool uses, types of projects, best practices, fundamentals, storage, any other specific topics that you want to cover, all the FAQs that you get, anything you wish your audience knew or understood, as well as things like events, demos, interviews, panels, all sorts of things. If you're still short on ideas, try typing in some of your current topics into Google or YouTube to see what auto-completes for those queries, because that will give you a really good idea of what people are searching for when they're looking for information related to your topic. Additionally, you can try looking at the video playlist or blog posts of people in completely unrelated companies, because their headlines will give you a really good idea of how you can present your own topics. Okay, once you have all these ideas written down, you're gonna start categorizing and prioritizing them. This will really help you streamline all those ideas. So any ideas before that weren't that great, you don't have to end up using. And as you categorize and prioritize, you might start noticing topics and video ideas that come to mind once you're seeing the fleshed out list that you had missed before. As you start to categorize things, you're gonna see what could be series start to flesh out. Series are really useful because they let you plan an entire week, month, or quarter around just one topic, and you get to go really in depth with that topic. As you put your topics into categories, then you're gonna wanna prioritize them. And there are a few questions that you're gonna wanna ask yourself as you're prioritizing them to determine which ones are actually the most important. Which topics need to be understood first if your audience is gonna then understand the rest of the topics that you're gonna cover? So which ones are fundamental? Which ones are gonna answer the questions that your audience is already asking, which you'll know from the work that you did to identify your audience in a couple of steps ago? And then which ones are gonna be best to really establish you as a trusted resource in your niche, which is what this is all about. Okay, so now you have your categories and you have your priorities. So you should have a clear idea of the logical order in which you're gonna start actually creating these videos. So at this point, I'd say move away from your brainstorming document and pull out the document in which you're creating your actual live video content strategy. Add a new section called Topics and Ideas, and then list the topics that you came up with by series, by order, and that is gonna be the list that you end up putting onto your content calendar so that you have dates for all of your streams and you know when to start prepping for every stream. Ideally, at this point, you're gonna have about 15 topics or more that could easily be 3 months worth of content. In upcoming blog posts and videos, we're gonna be talking about choosing channels for your videos and creating that content calendar that we just talked about. So be sure to subscribe both to our blog at switcherstudio.com/blog and here on our YouTube channel to make sure that you get all of that new content. Once again, this is Kate with Switcher Studio. Thanks for watching.